Made with Unity.
Welcome to San Amaro, a poster child for the American dream. A city
Racing,
where
racing.
every
Oh,
street criminal can become a kingpin and every meth head is an entrepreneur. The city is in the thrall of the biggest spree of organized crime since Prohibition. While the police have been tackling the symptoms of this problem, the heads of the criminal syndicates that run this town have been allowed free rein to build their empires and their wealth. The RICO Act was passed in 1970 to strip the mob bosses of their thin veneer of respectability. But prosecutions are rare and take time. In today's world, time is not a luxury that we possess. My name is Commander Karen Redfern, seconded here from British Counter-Terrorism Command. And I'm here because I have a reputation for finding difficult people for difficult jobs. You come from a range of backgrounds: police, military intelligence, FBI, Secret Service. But you have been handpicked because you have one thing in common. You know how to get things done, even if sometimes that causes headaches for your superiors. You have the skills and the attitude that are needed to resolve these cases with a certain sense of expedience. We are a one-of-a-kind rapid response unit. Where there is an immediate threat to the American people and a legal case cannot be built in time, then we step in. We will disrupt criminal organizations, we will break apart these gangs, we will track down their bosses, and we will bring them to justice by any means necessary. If you succeed, you'll be quiet heroes. If you fail, they won't be playing Danny Boy at your funeral. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RICO.
thank you. Rico. Well, I mean, that was actually pretty good voice acting. Graphics aren't too bad. If you, of course, if you like this sort of style, the Borderlands or Telltale style, or Lock, that one Rivers Blue episode, but you get the idea. Which I personally, I'm not too much of a fan of this kind of art style. Too much lines and going for realism when it shouldn't be. But anyway, now I'm getting cel shading anyway, but still, that was a little janky with the cuts and the animations and one music playing throughout the background. But yeah. And welcome to Google Walkthrough's gameplay video of I should have done this a long time ago of Rico, a co-op cop FPS um, on the Nintendo Switch. I'm Shrine, and here we are playing yet another maybe tactical shooter. I don't know. And this is meant to be played with two people. We'll see how I fare on my own. I mean, I was wanting to play with my sister over, but she was over last week. We didn't get to that. We instead got caught up watching that one fantasy Netflix series. I forgot what it's called. Dragon Prince. That's what it's called. And uh, also Yu-Gi-Oh. So we kind of missed this. And also, she was hooked on let's go. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Sorry. But yeah, so I request a key for this off of Keymailer, and they were ever so kind of sent me a key. Sorry for taking so long. Um, I admit I am terrible with console keys. They're not on Xbox. Um, reminding myself to do them, but I am getting better at it. I'm starting to get into the. I'm starting to get back into the flow of things from like 2 years ago. And yeah, so that's I was actually going to record another key I got for the Switch, which I'm not exactly going to which I found out that's actually coming out later this month. Not later this month. It wasn't already out, so I'm planning on so I'm planning recording that later. The game released the 14th of March 2019, so yeah, I'm terribly behind. I'm sorry, developers. Oh yeah, terribly behind, terribly. But anyway, let's go. Tutorial? Sure.
Welcome, agents. It's time for your mandatory training. You've all been through this before, but the particulars of our organization require some unique learning points.
That was a lot.
You know the drill.
Poppins.
You'll be kicking doors and shooting bad guys. You'll need to breach rooms, and you will need to do it regularly. Some of our more gung-ho agents have found that sliding into combat is an effective technique. Some of them are no longer with us. RICO busts are by their nature chaotic. Do not shoot your partner. Communicate with one another. Mark your targets, locations, and time your breaches. Cooperation is key. Breach rooms in close proximity to one another to maintain your tactical edge. For those of you who choose to go alone, let's hope that the heightened adrenaline helps you out. We only
Oh, yeah,
have
well.
limited intel about your environment, so go with caution. We will be scanning your surroundings and will keep your map up to date with tactical and operational data. We have credible reports that the gangs have access to a large shipment of stolen military-grade C4. You're well versed in bomb disposal, or at the very least, you know how to cut a blue wire. You only have limited time, so be methodical and clear all the bombs on one floor before proceeding. Sooner or later, the gangs are going to learn that we are working our way up through their organizations. They will do everything they can to prevent us. Don't be surprised if they put barriers up to our progress. Likewise, they have an almost unlimited number of disposable foot soldiers. Once you start disrupting their activities, expect a robust response. Every operation is different, but your goal is ultimately to collect evidence that will lead us to the next link in the chain. Bag and tag everything you find. Target evidence will be marked on your maps to prevent you from missing anything. Once all the evidence is collected, it's up to you how to proceed. If you have time and it is safe to do so, then continue to clear out any remaining gang members from the AO and return to your entry point before the heavies turn up. We are an experimental division, and as such, results matter. The better your performance in an operation, the more access to weapons and equipment you will be granted. Visit the armory after each mission to see what has become available. And don't be surprised to see additional tasks from the department appear when you start an operation. Apparently, it's all good PR.
Oh, don't worry. I saw that reuse cutscene. Again, like it's kind of janky, but as long as the controls feel fine, and as long as the gameplay is not janky, I really don't care what the graphics are. I mean, the game is only around $14 anyway. I actually forgot how much it is, which is one of those stores, which yes, I know that's the majority of them, that hides the price after you buy it or redeem a key. So let's do a quick match. Why not? Operation Training, yay! A training map, fantastic. Player 1. Or Player 1. Oh, there's online, which is nice. But yeah! No, like, I really like the concept of essentially having a dungeon crawling shooter. That sounds just good to me. Oh, fantastic. Just pistols. Fantastic. Let's go. Ah. Remember, this is meant to be used on the Switch, though. This is meant to be a touchscreen, but I'm using my good old Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Pro Controller. Okay, I'm excited. I think I have to tell for leaving it this long. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. The sensitivity is a bit. It's it's low, but it's also fast. I can't really describe it. It's weird. Probably because the gun animation throws me off, but still. Let's take a sprint. There's no jumping. Why would you need jumping? And that's not being sarcastic, really. Kick down the door. Oh, sensitivity is weird. Like, it takes a second to get going. Exits to reload. Overall, it feels good. It doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel terrible, but it doesn't feel great. Like, it feels like it's an on-rail shooter in which you can move yourself. Can I do something with sensitivity, such as make it not be weird? Green shade, crouch toggle, sprint toggle, aim toggle. Okay. Aha! Motion aiming. Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I know what I am doing. Uh, I know what I'm doing. I'm lowering sensitivity for once. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with that. Batman to kick down doors. That's why I haven't seen you get pissed. Oh, that is like sensitivity is either too low or too high. I'm not quite sure. It's wonky. Like I haven't experienced a sensitivity either in years or ever. It's quite the experience. Again, it's not terrible. It is not. It's not terrible for a good. It's not terrible. Oh, you know what? It's momentum based. It's weird. Ah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's momentum based. It's like they made their own sensitivity map for this game. It's so weird. Oh, whoops. It's so weird. Again, it's not the worst I've ever experienced. You know, again of a good game that just has lackluster sensitivity, that would definitely be Metro Exodus. Like sensitivity just lets that game down. It's worse than this. This game, I mean, however what Exodus has going for it, which is consistency. You know it's going to be terrible aim, but you know how it's going to be terrible. This game, it's just wonky. I mean, if this is your first shooter, you'll probably get used to it. Like I got used to the classic shooters like Bad Company. Well, barely got used to Bad Company. Let's be honest. But still. Okay, but I'm really like the maps again. Sensitivity is weird. No. I mean, and the movement is very. Again, it's like It's like an on-rail shooter in which you're moving around. It's not bad. It's just not great. It's like you're playing an on. Yeah, again, it's basically a free roaming on-rail shooter. Maybe that's what they were going for. And sights are. Who needs sights? I never did. Okay, maybe then they could use sights. But it's much easier to Halo aim. AK don't use. AK sights don't exist in Halo, so you can't use them. Okay, and I like how you can have one person tackle one part of the house, and the other person can tackle the other. Exit building. Okay, that's ammo. There's melee nightstick. Okay, I could do better. Let's try that again. You know what? That is a good pit level. I like it. I like this training level. It's a good pit level. which by the way, the pit was the training level for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and that is what I hold all training levels to. Well, that and Command Conquer Renegade. Like those two training levels, which I have which I have a video Command Conquer Renegades training level. If you're interested, it's old though, so I'll have to redo it. But yeah, okay, we just need to run. Basically how I come to see things is just run forward, shoot things, and don't care where your bullet's going. It's not real life. At least I don't think there's gonna be hostage in this game. It doesn't seem the type. But you know, you could definitely, speed run this. Yeah, aiming just slows you down. But pretty much for a Switch version of Siege of Rainbow Six Siege, which I don't know if Rainbow Six Siege is on Switch or not, or will be. Surprise! Oh, no one here. All right, gotcha. Running. Kick down the door, yeah. But yeah, the kicking down door thing does never gets old. But yeah, again, for a $14 game or whatever, it's good. For one of the first Switch shooters, it's good. For a good old couch co-op shooting experience, it's pretty much outstanding because there's not many of them. And again, if you go into this game expecting it to be a on-rail shooter experience that you just move around in, like I did actually, um, you're not gonna be too, you're not going to be too disappointed. I just pick it up, kick down to the door, yeah. Basically, it's the are you getting shot at check. Okay, do you have how much health do you have? Oh, you got 1 health left. You can't leave. You can't leave. All right, there we go. Okay, that's better. Do we do it one more time there? Sure, let's do a Operation Random Case. Oh, cool. Got the medium. Let's do this nonsense. Man, this pistol's gonna be my best friend. Man, yeah, I see where they were going, and they definitely tried their best. They succeeded in the gameplay department. They succeeded. The sensitivity is weird, but then again, Metro Exodus has no reason to have that kind of whack sensitivity, other than it coming from a series of narrative games. Well, narrative shooters. Um, like I don't like classifying the Metro games as that because they are a landmark shooter. But their sensitivity is just as bad as Exodus. That's like the only thing I can say is they were going for more of a narrative experience, which they kind of were, but still. Um, but yeah, this game, which is meant to be a shooter, its sensitivity needs to definitely be adjusted. Like, make it more clean. Like right now, it's very wishy wobbly. Oh, again, like it's very momentum based, and it's weird. Oh, slow motion. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, get out of this door. Bam. Ah, it's not siege. Get out of this door. They're not like targets. They actually have health. And the slow motion really got me. Oh, shotgun guy goes down. You're going down, buddy. You suck. Oh, I can just run and melee people. Wait, did I just get ammo for my pistol from an AK? Logic. I just carry some casings and gunpowder on me and just use their bullets or something. I mean, that's what you do with assault rifles, right? Assault rifles just have pistol bullets. I mean, not really an AK, but you know, that's a joke. Nope. Oh, hello. Oh, that lag though. The Switch is not that bad of a performing console game. That's the optimization thing, especially with these graphics. I mean, like, freaking scrims on this. You want melee fight? We can melee fight. You suck with your shotgun. But definitely as a Rambo shooter, this is amazing. Is it tactical? Sure. Is it the most tactical game ever? No, that's Siege. But is it a fun shooter? Yes. Is it a shooter that pretty much definition is fun? Yes. Basically, I have this definition called fun. Fun means it has fun graphics. It says fun graphics. Fun means it's meant for fun. That means you play it and you have fun. That is the objective of the game. That is all the game is meant to be. I mean, like, there's the bomb. A. Actually, B. Oh, we need to go to the floor. Get the bomb. Get that. No, I can't kick down the door. I'm not that awesome. Uh-huh. I need to find this bomb. I need to stop being slow about it. It also has one-hit melee. I got it. I got it. I don't got it. I really don't got it. Oh, I'm down. Recover. Recover. Ugh, back on me. Oh, hit it with your fist. Oh, that's not good. Bomb's going off, everyone. When they said disposable, I didn't mean they actually meant disposable. Oh, what fun. But no! Like, and another thing I should really mention. That did not feel cheap. I had the map, I was looking at the map. Okay, so let's do this. Like, I had a map, I wasn't looking at the map. That did not feel cheap. Nothing about this game, besides the graphics and the controls, feel cheap. Like, that was an honest to goodness loss. I did not lose because of X and Y reasons. I lost because I wasn't using the map and I wasn't fast enough. And also, I didn't actually look on the top and see if there's a bomb. Is there always going to be a bomb? That kind of sucks if there is, but okay. But no, I like this game. It's fun. It's not the best. Is it the best shoot experience out there? Not really. But is it a good, fun shooter? They can play couch co-op with somebody. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, if you compare this with Gears of War, or okay, just clear buildings. I can do that. Oh, whoops. If you compare this with Gears of War and Halo, which would win? Actually, it's equal. Oh, this lag though. That frame rate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an optimization issue. I mean, actually, it might not be because of all the particle effects and people. It might. Oh, and AI. It might not be. It might not be an optimization issue. It could just be a Switch issue. Having a freaking top of the line, or not top of the line, but you know, a newish. I mean, a new. Having a. Having a mobile chip, but it's still a mobile chip. Mobile CPU. But what do you want in a freaking tablet that you can dock to make a console? Oh, that lag though. That lag makes it. That lag. It's not unplayable because I actually, low frame rates can be fun. low frame rates can give you they basically can give you slowdown to allow you to, easily, to more easily fly, for example, giving you more time to think. However, they could also, in this scenario, just get in the way. This is one of the scenarios where they just get in the way. Oh, this is a randomly generated building. Oh, see, that's why what happens when FPS drops get to you. Yeah, okay, that time that felt cheap. That down felt cheap. Because that guy ran up to me at like 10 frames per second or something silly, probably less. And then I could not do anything about it until he was in my face. Which is just wrong. Yeah, this game does have frame rate issues. Okay, and there's 2 bombs up here. That's just how this operation goes. Okay, don't care about this room. They can chase me if they want, but my defense is not in that room. Yeah, it's really lagging now. Maybe because the console's warmed up or something? Oh, I need to do something, which I don't know what to do. Oh, no, it's silly fast. Oh, you shoot that. There, you shoot it. It makes sense. Out of bullets. Yeah, they didn't explain that in the tutorial, I don't think. Rush them! I need your bullets! Give me all of your bullets! Ow. Let's search that. What do you mean? What? Why can't I go through that door? What do you mean, game? Game, what do you mean I can't go through that door? Okay, well, it's time. So that's 27 minutes. I'm not putting time on 27 minutes to give me a couple seconds for outro. So, without having played through the campaign, what do I think of the game? You know what? I like it. It's charming. Is it the best shooter I've ever played? Well, by what definition? Do you mean in sensitivity-wise? No. By sensitivity, actually, what is the best game I play with sensitivity? I think it'd be Battlefield 5, to be honest. Like, that's the only one jumping out of my head right now in terms of sensitivity. Battlefield 5 or one of the other tactical shooters that came out this year. Or last year. Like World War 3 are pretty good sensitivity, but yeah. But its sensitivity is bad, but I perceive it's only going to be bad if you are a professional gamer or near professional, essentially in the league that I'm in, somewhere. I mean, I'm a professional gamer. I mean, I play video games for YouTube as a profession, but I don't go to tournaments and train every second of my life to play video game or playing the same game. That's a discussion for you to have. But anyway, besides that, if you're the average gamer or below, as it is on Switch, this could easily be your first FPS. Has blood in it, which makes it a teen game at least. Actually, would actually make it. Actually, I think blood is okay at teen. If not, I don't think it's for it. I think a 14-year-old and above could play this and be fine. 15 definitely, 16 yes definitely. I was playing freaking Halo at 16. Um, but yeah, but it's up to a parent to decide if a little blood effect like that. It's not that bad. Um, I would say definitely at 13 and above. 13 and above, with parents. But regardless, I'm saying that because we're on Switch, by the way. But regardless, again, is it a good shooter? I think on Switch it is a great shooter. because there's not many other first-person shooters on Switch, and specifically not ones that are kind of made for it. I don't think this is on any consoles. I mean, if it was, it doesn't quite matter. Or any other platforms, I should say, it doesn't quite matter. But for a game that is exclusive to the Switch, it is a good, if not great, game. It falls short in the sensitivity department and in the production values of the graphics, being a bit janky at times, with graphical errors and stop skips, and of course not having a freaking title menu instead of having a cutscene, which I wonder if you can play again, um, which disappoints me. But regardless, the developers at least tried. And is it worth like $14 or so, whatever it is, of trying? Actually, let me see if I can look up the actual price. Um, Again, I think it's around 14 to 20, whatever it is. It's worth it at its asking price. As long as it's not above 30, it's worth it at its asking price. If you want more than 30, you want something that's close to or a triple experience, or at least niche. This game is not fat. It's fun. It's different. I mean, again, like you don't get these types of games every day. You have Siege, which by the way is a $60 game, and much more if you include microtransactions. This game does not, by the way, have microtransactions. I should mention, which is the same for most Switch games because Nintendo's Nintendo. I thank the world for that. But anyway, um, so I mean, it's a fun game. I mean, again, it's basically a dungeon crawler shooter, a dungeon crawler, two-person co-op shooter. And if you look at it in that regard, where there's not many of them, where basically it's Rainbow Six Siege, in which you're just doing terrorist hunt, and terrorist hunt is can get insanely difficult sometimes. This is just fun. Um, but overall, yeah, it is a good game. Sensitivity issues in quality of and qual and quality of graphics and the cutscenes could be a bit better. It has serious slowdown issues. If that's not related to being on the Switch, that's a negative. If it's really on the being a Switch, that's just how things are. Um, I mean, definitely the late 360 titles, unlike the last of the 360 titles, including Battlefield 4, were heavily suffering from the 360 issues. So yeah. So yeah, that'd be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I would definitely say this game is worth it, if not at full price and on sale. You have to ask yourself, am I okay with a shooter that has some issues, which aren't deal breaking to be honest, other than the slowdowns and other than sensitivity, it's not deal breaking to be honest. Oh wait, you can get this game physically? Okay, that's cool. Big random date. What is it? What's the price? Oh, 1999. Yeah, that's a good price. Um, I can get physical, which is pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, it's a good shooter. Definitely not mediocre, but definitely not great. Unless you put it in its realm of Switch co-op, couch co-op, like Dungeon Crawl esque shooters, and yes, it is good. Then yes, it is great, but regardless. But I digress. It is worth it. And jeez. So I digress. Alright, so thanks for watching. Don't appreciate watching on this video. It means a lot to me. Also, let me if you were to also let me if you were to check out my check out my check out my check out their story Pardoverse and Libertas Public and Libertas Publica, of the Orbis the Libertas universe or Universe of Freedom. Um, both are settings I'm working on, um and their story is about to get its first book release later this year, hopefully September 9th, 2019, but if not that, then definitely before Christmas. If not that, because of insufferable delays, which I don't know why there'll be delays that bad at this point, then definitely sometime before this time next year. um but if everything goes well, it should be releasing this later this year. But anyway, and yeah, sorry, it's just one of those days where I talk like this. But anyway, so you can check out the first draft of my book, which I'm about to release my partial first pass. I'm on like halfway through story 3 right now, and I'll be releasing that sometime this week. It's on the first week of July for those who are watching this in the future. And yeah. Alright, so anyway, also, if you'd like to hang out with me and the rest of our communities, be sure to check out our Discord, which you can find in the description below. Below the playlist, below the line, you'll find a Google Drive where you can check out the lore files and drafts for my books, or the lore files for the two universes and the drafts for my books. And below that, it's Discord. And if you'd like to see not necessarily more games like this, but definitely more games on the Switch, um, as some kind developers, like developers of Rico here, send me keys, and developers of the game I'll be playing later this month send me keys. I still don't get that many keys for Switch, although I do get more keys for Switch than I do for Xbox and PlayStation. Um, kind of. But yeah. And also, it will allow me to get a Switch Pro later, um, a Switch Pro later this year to play, even newer titles and such. Um, Although Nintendo is usually good about making games, able to be played on the older systems. I'm like, however they although they do release a ton of games for the new system anyway. Well, not a ton, but a couple. Like for DSi and 3DS XL did that. Although DSi was worse than 3DS XL and 3DS XL, but we'll see. Especially now since you kind of need those. You kind of need updated specs to at least hang with the new Xbox or the next Xbox, and the PS5 because they're gonna have freaking ray tracing. That's gonna be nonsense that Nintendo can't afford. But anyway, however people have suggested Nintendo just simply make a dock, like just make a dock with like a graphics card with like a graphics card in it, and put the Switch in it, and then you can have something almost the same as a next gen console. But yeah. But whether Nintendo will do that or not, I've kind of been saying it for years. But whether Nintendo will do it or not, we shall see. Hope they do. But Nintendo being we've existed for 200 years, and we'll be traditional, so we keep existing for 200 more years, and probably more, because Nintendo. But anyway, all right. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Also, donating allows me to have internet and have electricity, so I can live to work for you. Well, or at least make videos for you, as the case may be. However, I'm now being a writer, which is interesting. So we'll see how that then changes. But if you like support stuff like again new consoles or new components for the mass computer, so I can record on that, making it a bit easier for myself. Now you can do that, and of course you don't have to. Just by watching these videos, it's it's just more than amazing on its own. Thank you all for taking time out of the day to watch these videos. Love you all. All right, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in skin.